What's up, guys? We have the Republic head coach on the call. How you been, Coach?
Doing good.
That's great to hear. How's the off season been for you guys?
It's been good. Our kids, they start about 2 weeks after the season, going before school and then during school, and then you have all summer, and so our kids worked hard. They know number one thing in our program is accountability and being there, and our turnout was really good, and so feel good about what they've done in the summer, the improvement we've made throughout the summer. We're excited to get the season started.
That's great. I think that kind of goes straight into my first question I have for you, Coach. Um, so you have players leave last year. You have more JV and freshmen coming in this year. How do you instill that Republic culture into those new kids coming in and starting on varsity?
Yeah, I think first culture to us is something that's a daily thing. It's your attitude and your effort daily, and culture can fluctuate. So we want to make sure we come in each and every day and work hard, and that starts not just when you hit varsity. That starts when you enter our program, and so those kids have seen that environment, been part of that environment, since they came into our doors as freshmen. So that as far as the culture, they're part of it, and they know now as far as playing, it's a little different animal because the speed of the game speeds up so drastic from JV to varsity, so or freshman to varsity. So it's one of those things that they catch up through the season, but the faster they can catch up, the better you play early in the year. And so anytime you got new faces, you're excited for them to have that opportunity, but you're also excited for them to get that experience and see their improvement will be drastic through the first couple of weeks just because they realize what level they're now playing at.
That is, I love the way that you just framed that. So having Jackson Cantwell week one, one of the best talents in the nation, one of the best football players in the nation, has a lot of national attention. How do you kind of keep your guys focused on winning instead of kind of the national attention that's going to be at this game?
Yeah, I think our kids understand what our focus is, and we can't control who we're playing and how good they are. All we can focus on is ourselves, and we don't do anything different, knowing that he's that good because you start playing into the game of more concern about him than it is about the overall product. And it's the first time for me as a coach. I've been doing this 23 years, and I don't think I've ever played against a kid that's number one in the nation or one of the top kids in the nation. So it's first for me. It's it adds some excitement to it. It adds a lot of attention to the game because of his caliber of play. But for us, it's just a game. Or it's another game. It's our first game. We want to perform well. We're not too concerned. We know how talented they are. We know they got the the two move-ins that are extremely talented as well. And so you add all that up. We know what we're up against. But our focus is on us and trying to play at the level that we expect for our players. And, so that's really our attention hasn't been on an individual or really even on them as an overall program. And it's about us and trying to play well. And so, that's our goal going into the game.
I love that. So last season, postseason didn't end the way you guys wanted to in a dramatic fashion. Um, has that motivated your players at all? Especially the juniors that are now seniors on that team. Has that motivated them in the off season? And then has
Yeah.
that motivated
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we told our kids, when we started 2 weeks after the season, we can make excuses for that. We can point fingers, we can pout, or we can use it for fuel, and we can use it to drive us through next season and through the off season. And so we didn't talk about it a lot, but it was always there. We felt like we played well enough to win and just made a few critical mistakes that cost us that game, and that's always a frustrating way to lose, to go down to the wire and then not make the play that you need. And so we try to turn that into fuel in our off season and understanding we want to be back to that situation. We want to prepare ourselves that much more that when those plays arrive that we have a chance to make those and go win that game. And so I think it has been a driving force. Like I said, it's not something we necessarily talk about, but I think it was an underlining drive or fuel to this offseason.
What are your three main focuses week one?
Week one, from an offensive standpoint, is how well can we execute this early in the year? That's what we do is a ball control is you know, it's ground and pound, whatever you want to call it, but the execution has to be at a high level to play at a high level. And so we're looking for our offensive line. Can we make the correct calls? Are we going where we're supposed to go? Can our backs block out of the backfield? Can they, we know they're all going to run the ball hard. Can they do the little things right that take us to another level as far as play? So from an offensive standpoint, I guess basically saying, can we move the chains consistently is what we're trying to do early in the year, and then find ways to put in the end zone, but move those chains consistently by executing our style of football. On the defensive side is what can we handle? How many adjustments? It's kind of a guess going into game one to, all the new players are on the field. You have your adjustments, you have your things you're going to do. Then Nick's is going to come out and shift formations and do a lot of fancy stuff. And can we handle it? Are we ready to be able to make those adjustments based on when they shift? So from defensive standpoint, that's really, for me as a coach, what are we ready to handle, and what do we need to continue to work on to be able to handle it in the future? And I think the most important thing, no matter whether it's early in the season, late in the season, is how hard are you willing to play? I think kids sometimes think they're playing hard, and then there's other gears there that they need to find. So, how hard, and I feel very good with this group, like I have the last couple of years, that we're going to play hard no matter who we're playing, no matter what the scenarios, game 1, game 10, doesn't matter. We're going to play hard. But those are the three main areas that we're looking for to be successful, but also just looking forward because it's game 1 and we've got to learn from it and know where we're at as far as the team goes.
You got a long season ahead, Coach.
For sure.
I definitely appreciate you coming in today and accepting this call. So I can't wait to see you boys play Friday night. And, whatever the outcome is, you guys are going to have a great season. So
I appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.